Twin Pratt & Whitney afterburning turbofans split the air with a tremendous roar as a McDonnell Douglas F-15 Eagle lifted off the tarmac and pitched up into a near-vertical climb. As though flexing its muscle for all eyes below, the fighter jet accelerated in a rapid ascent until its pilot rolled out and throttled back several thousand feet overhead. "Pretty exciting ride," I related, observing from the cockpit of our Suzuki GSX-R1000, a canyon-strafing open-class weapon in its own right. Could the thrill of probing the edge of the performance envelope be that different for either pilot? With Nellis Air Force Base right next door, testing sport bikes at Las Vegas Motor Speedway often holds a bonus of an impromptu air show. And with the current global climate being what it is, USAF red flag training sorties were running full swing. Perhaps much of this aerial activity could have been avoided had the Commander-in-Chief considered my own tactical plan for toppling the Taliban. For a fraction of the cost of conventional measures, my Operation Infidel Infiltration would deploy an MTV Spring Break Festival to Afghanistan, or any other region known to harbor Al-Qaeda. Unleashing an army of beer-swilling American teens upon sacred ground would quickly bring our enemy to its knees, while simultaneously stimulating the economy and spirits throughout the occupied territory. The draft is back, kids. Join up now and receive your standard issue mil-spec beer mug. While the boys in blue provided top cover over the Nevada desert, our own little ground-worn suit below. A triad of opposing forces pitted Honda's new CBR954RR, Yamaha's heavily revised YZF-R1 and the undisputed victor of last year's performance war, Suzuki's GSX-R1000, against one another in a heads-up fight. During the previous day's drag strip testing at California Speedway, the Big GSX-R had handily defended its territory with a 9.95-second, 143.69 mph blast through the quarter mile. The 954 and R1 posted identical 10.32-second ETs, both flashing through the trap some 6 mph down on the Suzuki. The Yamaha required more revs and clutch slip to get off the line without bogging, which left its plates begging for mercy after a few repeated passes. Warding off time-killing low-gear wheelies was also a real chore aboard the R1. The 954 single-quote-S clutch provided a better feel and remained consistent throughout the 4 passes we made down the strip. The Suzuki has so much low-end grunt, you can botch a start and still recover to lay down a time the others can't beat. If you're planning to run for pinks, cover your bets and go with the Suzuki. Our friends at the LVMS-based Freddie Spencer Riding School helped hook us up with a track date on the 9-turn, 1.8-mile road course located adjacent to the Tri-Oval. Aside from serving as a parking lot during the previous weekend's sold-out NASCAR Winston Cup event, the road course offers a good mix of tight corners, flip-flop transitions, trail-breaking corner entries and varying surface conditions. An increasing radius corner leading onto the back straight begs you to give it a fistful of stick, while the long 110 mph sweeper at the far end has some unsettling pavement ripples at the apex that'll have you holding your breath. In all, it's a good test track, and a layout that would keep the GSX-R from stretching its legs on the competition. An element of the test we hadn't counted on were the elements themselves. Severe gusting wind made for many tense moments throughout the day, particularly in slower corners. At times, it even became a test of blind faith as clouds of dust swept across the track causing an instant of zero visibility. Unlike the throttle jocks overhead, I'm not instrument flight rated.